this is a delayed recording. I'm actually recording this the pitch show few hours after the England versus Italy game. I don't know. It's just very difficult. I couldn't digest that England actually lost through penalties. Although they have been doing reasonably well throughout the tournament, be it group stage, round of 16, quarterfinals, and so on. There were downsides, but still, uh, we could, or maybe I could actually console myself saying, okay, at least they won, they have progressed to the next stage. But in this final, it was a totally different scenario. Uh, I really anticipated that they will win this final, although I know that Italy is a very solid team themselves, defensively very solid. Their attack is really good with Insigne, Chiesa. Chiesa was really good yesterday, and also the previous games. And despite that, being an England supporter, it was, I think it's normal. It's normal for an England supporter to, under any circumstances, believe that England is going to bring it home. It has not been home, the, I don't know, for a very, very long time. The last time was the World Cup, and it's not always you reach the finals of such a prestigious tournament. So I was thinking that they might bring it back home, but it just didn't. And they crashed out in penalties. Anyways, I think let's get on with the show. Let's dissect what happened and what could have been done correctly, what was wrong, and so on. So let's get on to the show, the pitch. So I believe everyone would know by now. The game ended 1-1 at 90 minutes. It went to extra time. No goals were scored by either side, and then came the penalties. England lost to Italy on penalties to the score of 3-2. Personally, right after the game, also during the game, I have a couple of questions that is pretty bizarre to me, like his team selection, his substitution selection, and the time he does substitution, and many. It's just, I don't know. I just can't come to a conclusion or understand why some things are being done by Southgate. Southgate very well knows that England is struggling in the game against Italy. Italy was owning throughout the game. I think the game went on for about 130 or 132 minutes, and only the first 20 minutes England ruled the game. They controlled the game. The rest, 110 minutes, was fully Italy. Southgate is very well aware, I'm pretty sure of that. Southgate is very well aware of that, but why he took so long to make his substitutions? And first of all, why the first 11 only had 3 players with the forward thinking mind, the attacking mind: Mount, Kane, Sterling. Only 3 forward minded players in that team that's actually playing finals. You do not get to the finals every day. It's only a once in a blue moon thing. I don't know if they will actually go far in the upcoming World Cup. So it's not like it's not like an everyday thing. So why only 3 forward thinking players? The rest are defensive players. You have he fielded 3 centre backs, 2 wing backs, and 2 holding midfielders. It's pretty much a defensive lineup. Why only bring in Rashford and Sancho in the final minute? I think it was already 119th minute. He brought in Rashford and Sancho so late. I understand that he wants to bring them for the penalties. That's totally cool. But could have actually brought them earlier, say 10 or 15 minutes. Let them play, maybe warm up a bit. The reason that they actually missed the penalties could actually be due to cold feet. They barely touched the ball and immediately they were tasked to score the penalties. Why Sterling or Grealish was not selected as one of the penalty takers? Why Bukayo Saka? The kid is only 19 years old and he's tasked to take the final penalty in a final, such a big task, such a big pressure. This could actually, I don't know, spoil his career because it could actually come down very hard on him. And to top it all, this stupid racism thing that the fans, England fans, are actually blaming them for not scoring the goals. They're bringing in racism issues, and this could very well spoil his career by totally destroying his mental health. And if you ask me, I will say Sterling having won many trophies in his club and Grealish being Aston Villa's talisman, they are very experienced players. They should have actually stepped up against Saka, saying, "Hey boy, let us to take up the penalties. Maybe you come in as the 6th or 7th kicker." Then that builds confidence within the team. And why wasn't Foden in the team also? England has a very good, strong lineup, and the lineup that was fielded in the final is crap. As I said, England played very well in the first 20 minutes. That's when they scored the goal. Luke Shaw was really good. The arrival, the volley, it was superb. But once they scored the goal, Italy started to retaliate back. When this happened, England was sloppy. They were not sure what to do. They were a bit off control and everything just went haywire. Since that point, from the 20th mark or 25th, for instance, Italy is on cruise control. But still, in the first half, England didn't allow any on-target attempts for Italy, or maybe one by Chiesa. Only that. But when the second half started, it was totally Italy. That's what a manager has to do. When you notice a problem on the pitch during the halftime, you solve the problem, you rectify the problem, you try to win the game. But in Southgate's case, it's not that what happened. Many players actually got my attention throughout this tournament, and among those players, the most important ones are Cellini and Bonucci. They are 34 and 36 years old respectively, but the kind of game that they play is remarkable. No youngsters or no seasoned players will actually match them. They are really good. Ever since I started watching football, they are there. They are there. They are the heart of Italy. When yesterday they were just phenomenal in yesterday's game. And being at that age, they actually played a very long game. I think Italy is one of the teams that actually played the most in the tournament. Why I say the most? Because they played up to penalties against Austria, they played up to penalties against Spain, and yesterday also they lasted until the penalties. And being at that age and able to compete so competitively, these two guys needs a special mention. They're just too good. So, coming to the final verdict of the show, I would like to keep it simple. Southgate got outcoached by Mancini. Mancini has won all the major trophies, being 3 years undefeated in the national team from a team that failed in the Euros previously, not qualifying for the World Cup, and now being 3 years undefeated and having won Euro 2020. Mancini has done a very decent job, and he needs to be appreciated for that. And on England's front, I think they will bounce back. They have good young team that have all the potential that they need, and I believe they will bounce back. So that pretty much wraps up the pitch for Euro 2020 coverage. Until then, ciao.